श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं वात्तरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। गुकारो अन्धकारो वै ऋकारस्तन्निवर्तकः अन्धकारनिरोधित्वात् गुरुरित्यभिधीयते। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः सुष्ठुवांसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ प्रज्ञानां शुप्रदानै स्थिरचरनिकरव्याप्य लोकान् भुक्त्वा भोगान् स्तविष्ठान् पुनरभिधिषणोद्भासितान् कामजन्यान् पीत्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् सुविधि मधुरभुङ्मायया भोजयन्नः माया संख्यास्तुर्यं परममृतभजं ब्रह्म यत्तन्नतोऽस्मि। यो विश्वात्मा विदिज विषयान् प्राश्य भोगान् स्तविष्ठान् पश्चाच्चान्यान् सुविधि विभवान् ज्योतिषा स्वेन सूक्ष्मान् सर्वान् एतान् पुनरभिशनै स्वात्मनि स्थापयित्वा हित्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् विगतगुणगणः पात्वसौ न स्तुरीयः। We are in the Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad and the third prakarana, one of the beautiful section, and in the 10th verse. Remember, logically making understand the unity between the individual soul and the cosmic soul Brahman. They are identical. There is no separation between them. In order to make us know, lot of logical facts are being unfolded by the Adi Shankara. The camera is okay, no, Kami?
Yes, it's okay.
So, Gaudapada Acharya's Prakarana is being elaborated in the commentary of Adi Shankara. Even though the logics are being given by the Gaudapada Acharya, at a glance we cannot understand what is told. We should know the overall vision of 10 or 11 Upanishads. Then only we can understand what is told in each and every verse. Even though Gaudapada Acharya presented the verse in the kārikā, Adi Shankara elaborated through the bhashya to make us understand what are the logical facts given by Gaudapada Acharya. So we are in the 10th verse, we will see. Sanghata swapnavat sarve atma maya visarjitaha Atma Maya Visarjita Adikye Sarvasamyeva Nopapattirhi Vidyate. I will read once more. Sankhata Swapnavat Sarve Atma Maya Visarjita Adikye Sarvasamyeva Nopapattirhi Vidyate. See, the very word Sanghata, I explained you in the last class. Something intelligently put together is called Sanghatam or Sanghataha. Our body is something, a combination of different organs which are intelligently put together, like a car which can serve a purpose. Similarly, body can also serve some purpose. Sanghata, group of things, scheme of things arranged properly to serve some purpose. Because whatever we see in our empirical world, all are Sanghataha or Sanghataha. Look at a peacock. Arranged feather, arranged two wings, arranged beak, arranged crest, arranged different colors of feathers in the body and also in the tail. Who arranged is a question. There is an arrangement, so we can easily conclude that there should be somebody to arrange, because arrangement can only done by a conscious being. This is the logic which we need. Any arrangement can only done by a conscious being. So there is a conscious being behind the entire arrangement of the creation. Thus, we arrive at a conclusion that who is the conscious being? For that, we have a means of knowledge called Vedanta. From any other book, it is not available. In any science, it is not available. Science are talking about the insentient, arranged things which are inside the creation or realm of creation. They don't talk about a formless consciousness. Science can talk about the anatomy of the body, which is an arrangement. Or there is a study also. Puja Swamiji, go one step forward. Wherever there is an arrangement, there is a science or there is a study. So we will also take that logic. Wherever there is a group of things arranged in a manner, from that fact, we arrive at some conclusions. One is that any arrangement is possible by only a conscious being. Wherever there is an arrangement, there is a study, a science can be applied on that. That is why we have a lot of sciences. Biology studies about the animal and botanical world. Herpetology studies about the snakes. Ornithology studies about the birds. Physiology, lot of things. You know that science is an ocean. It means that whatever it is there inside the creation which are arranged. Astrology studies about the solar system, stars, etc., etc. So the point is, there is a science to study on an arranged thing. There is somebody behind for that arrangement. These logics we will use wherever to be used. Now coming to the word's meaning. Swapnavat survey, whatever arrangements you see in the empirical world which you prefer to be true because of the experiences, because of the presence of something right in front of you, which is not known other than five senses. Five senses never say lies. So whatever I perceive right in front of me seems to be true. It is a fact. There Gaudapada denies Swapnavat survey. Even though you experience some happiness in the empirical thing, by eating an ice cream, you feel some happiness. By meeting a beautiful man or a woman, you feel some happiness. Getting into a place where you feel serene and quiet, you feel some happiness. All these things make you to think yourself that whatever I perceive by my senses in the world are true. There Gaudabada says that Swapnavat Sarve. May you understand everything can be same as the dream objects which are appearing in the dream. Everything is like dream object. In the dream, whatever objects I perceive, they disappear when I change my state from the dream state. When I come to the waking state or deep sleep state, they get resolved themselves. So here, Sanghataha Swapnavat Sarve. All these things seems to be true or real. In reality, they are unreal. Because ignorance being the cause for the misunderstanding of a thing which is real, when the ignorance get removed, the reality comes into picture. It's only a superimposition, perceived misunderstanding. That understanding make you to see the reality behind this superimposition. So should be taken as the dream object. There is no difference between the object appearing in the waking state. There is no difference between the object appearing in the dream state. Both are equal. What means same, as though similar. Swapnavat survey. Entire objects appearing in the waking state doesn't have don't have any difference which objects appear in the dream state. They are both one and the same. They are, due to the illusion, Atma Maya Visarjitaha. The power of Atman. Atma Maya. Maya, the illusion, the power. The two-way of the power have two way to make us dubious. One is covering the reality. Other is projecting other than what it is. The two ways of making us misunderstanding. Achadanam, covering. So the Maya, the power of Atman, which is an illusion, will cover the real fact. After that, it projects other than what it is. Like we see our body other than Atman. Atman is being covered by the ignorance. For the time being, Maya can be equated as ignorance for the sake of understanding. Maya means ignorance, not knowing what it is. When you don't know what it is, you project something other than what it is in real. I take some ideas from my mind, or I create some ideas from my mind. This is called projection. The projection goes and I identify a thing which never existed at any point of time. So, Atma Maya Visarjitaha. Maya can be understood as ignorance. Ignorance have two ways: projection and covering. That is called Achatanam. Covering in Sanskrit, Achatanam. Projection, giving something other than what it is. Visarjana. So, Atma Maya Visarjitaha. Whatever you perceive in the external world is nothing but what? The illusion, the power of ignorance. There is a superimposition. In that superimposition, Atman is misunderstood as body or creation. Adikye sarvasamye va. Few people think that the super divine personalities like heaven and the Devatas. Devatas means the people who live in heaven or some other world. They are all not created. They are all real for them. They are created. So, created Devatas and heaven are real. They are not superimposed form. Few people think that the lords are not created, they are real. When I say created means, you take in the manner they already exist in the world. They already exist in the world. They are real. They are not Atma Maya Visarjita. They are not superimposed ideas. They are real. Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, Lord Maheshwara, Lord Saraswati, Lord Lakshmi, Jesus, Allah, whoever it may be, according to their belief, they think that they are real. Adikye, divine powers. Sarvasamye, if you take everything is one and the same, but they are real. There is no variation, superiority or inferior things. Sarvasamye, all are one and the same. So both ideas are being included by Gaudapada. Adikye sarvasamye va. When the opponent consider that there are divine living beings which are real, if another opponent consider that everything in the creation is one and the same, but they are real. For both ideas, there is no tenable reason to accomplish the fact. There is no possible reason to establish their ideas. Na upapattihi vidyate. Upapatti, tenability. To accomplish a fact, you should have solid reason. There is no solid reason to accomplish the fact that divine celestial beings are real, or the equanimity in the creation, everything is one and the same, are real. There is no idea, there is no fact, there is no reason, possible reasoning to accomplish their thinking, those facts which are inferior, superior, difference are the one opponent consider. Other opponent consider that in the creation everything is one and the same, but they are real. Both doesn't have a happy feet to stay. There is no proper reasoning in anywhere in the scriptures or some other books that they are real. This creation is equal. For that, in order to accomplish these facts, there is no proper reasoning in their hands. This is the idea of the entire verse. We will go through the Bhashya so that more clarity will get. Gadadi sthaniyaha tu dehadi sangadaha. May one take their body as a pot. Gadadi sthaniyaha tu dehadi sangadaha. A pot is created by an intelligent fellow. A human body is also created not by parents, by an intelligent fellow. They didn't arrange my bones or lungs or organs, etc., etc. Already somebody arranged. It comes into being through them. That's all. So, dehadi sthaniyaha tu, gadadi sthaniyaha tu, dehadi sangada. Swapna drishya dehadivat maya vikrita dehadivaccha atma maya visarjitaha. Swapna drishya dehadivat. In the dream state, we perceive certain human bodies. My beloved friend, my father, my grandfather who passed away, or my another friend who is living in some other countries. I used to perceive. That is why it is told here, Swapna Drishya Dehadivad. Those bodies which are appearing in the dream state, like that, in the same manner, one need to take Maya Vikrita Dehadivaccha. All the perceiving names and forms in the creation should be taken as the illusion designed by the ignorance, Atma Maya Visarjitaha. The power, ignorance is the power for the creation. But there is no existence for the ignorance or the creation in the rise of knowledge. As long as the ignorance exists in one person, so long the creation and the people exist in the world. Atma Maya Visarjita. The entire creation seems to be true due to the ignorance and illusion, which is the power of Atma. Because in order to become an ignorant, you should be a conscious being. We cannot say a piece of wood is an ignorant personality. No. We can only say he is a bit ignorant regarding that place. A conscious being can only become ignorant. Not knowing who I am in the specific manner. Vishesha jnanam nasti. Who I am in a specific way, I don't have idea. In a general way, I have some ideas. I am a human being. I am a person among the 700 crore human beings. I am fair in color. I am tall. Like this, I can think about myself when I am a conscious being. These are all wrong, misunderstood projection, vikshepam or visarjanam. You can say both. Here visarjidaha is used, that's why I used the word. Projection means vikshepam. Covering means avaranam. I project certain ideas about a thing when I don't know what is in real, those things which are in front of me. Adikye sarvasamye. We already mentioned that. We are going to see. In the Bhashya also it will come. Atmanaha Maya. The power of this Supreme Brahman. Avidya. Avidya. Vidya means knowledge. Avidya means ignorance or wrong ideas. Both are avidya. Not knowing something is also avidya. Misunderstanding something is also avidya. Taya, by that avidya, projection and covering are being done. Pratyubasthapitaha, generated or been origined by this avidya only. Because of the ignorance, there is a misapprehension. You see something other than the consciousness. Na paramarthada. In real, they never existed at any point of time. Sandhi idi artha. They never existed at any point of time. We already analyzed all these things. If you put an analysis on what you are perceiving, it will resolve into some other thing. It means that it is a thing which never existed at any point of time. When you analyze a tree, There is no such thing called tree. There are certain things which are arranged together is called tree. Branches, stem, leaves, flowers, buds, fruits, main branch. All these things come together and it is called a tree. If you say, where is the tree? If you divide them into their parts, there is no tree. Similarly, the body also. If you touch one part of the body, it has a specific name. So even though you touch the body, I touched the hand, I touched the neck, I touched the forehead. So any inquiry will make us clear that the things are not existing at any point of time. They seems to be appearing, but they never existed in the past or in the present or in the future. An inquiry will, how you start an inquiry? An ordinary person will not start an inquiry. Why? Because an ignorant person is happy with his situation. 1 minute. Any ordinary person will not put an inquiry about what is right in front of you. A person who studied under a traditional teacher will get an idea about what is in real, who am I, what about the creation, is it true, is there any parents in my life, am I existing or non-existing, how can I understand myself, who am I, before my birth, am I existed or not? All these questions are being answered in the scriptures, which will be unfolded by the traditional teacher. Thus, the inquiry goes on. An ordinary person is happy with the things, with the five things, food, shelter, clothes, sleep, and sex. That's enough. Make some money and concentrate on five things in your life. An ordinary person's target is only in these five things. This is told by Adi Shankara. Bhakshanam, Vastram, Parpidam, Nidra, Maithunam. All these we need to know. Inquiry will not happen as a serendipity. You need to put an intention. Deliberately, you need to put an inquiry after studying under a traditional teacher. The big step to go and study under a traditional teacher. So here it is told like this. Na paramartadaha santi iti arthaha. In real, they never existed, even though I see empirical creation. Yada adhikyam adiga bhavaha. Adiga bhava. What is adiga bhavaha? Tiryak dehadi abekshaya. from the standpoint of animals, species, etc., etc., divine beings are more superior. Compared to a pig, celestial being is more superior. Compared to a fish, a divine entity is superior. That is what he told here. Yada adikyam, adhika bhavaha, superiority, tiryak dehadi apekshya. Tiryak, animals, etc., etc. One whose stomach is horizontal is called tiryak. Dog, tiger, cow, pig, all these animals are having horizontal stomach. Tiryak. Tirav Anjali. Dehadi Abhekshaya. Dehadi Karyakarana Sangadhanam, whose body is much, much superior than the inferior animals. These are all wrong thoughts of the opponent. Opponent have certain understanding that from their teacher, one who have partial vision, they say that celestial beings are real. They are immortal. And there is a study of duality going on. We are studying non-duality. For them, duality is their basic principle. Dvaidam asti eva. We need not to study to establish duality. My father exists other than me is a fact when I am a child. After a period of time, after studying the scriptures through traditional teacher, I came to know that there is no duality. There is only non-dual Brahman. In order to establish duality, you need not to waste your time. But he wasted the time. And he establishes duality is the divine celestial being. Even certain organization like Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, I am not condemning anybody. I am not interested also. I just point out the fact. They believe that there is a world for Lord Krishna and we will reach Lord Krishna's world. Wrong idea. Duality is the main concern. Where there is no end for fear, comparison, insecurity. The point is, duality will always give insecurity. There will be always comparison. When there is a second person near to you, I compare with that person in terms of education, in terms of my height, in terms of my skin's color, in terms of my eyes, in terms of my legs, in terms of my costumes. I am insecure entire way. One single comparison, comparing it's enough for my insecurity to become blazing fire. The point is, duality can only reward you worries and problems and always insecurity. No need of studying the duality. What is meant by duality? There is a God existing in another world. There are divine beings living in another world. This is what. Dehadi karyakarana sankhatanam. In terms of the body, mind, sense complex, opponents think that superior divine entities are there from the standpoint of animals, etc., etc. Yediva. And another opponent thinks like this. Sarvesham samata eva. Even though, and another opponent thinks that In the creation, everything is one and the same, but seems to be separate now. That is real. But we are all one and the same. We need to think like that. There is no reason for them to think one and the same. There is no proper reasoning for inferior superior comparison or equal. Everything is equal. For this comparison also, they don't have proper reasoning. They don't have facts. So that samata eva na yesham upapattihi sambhavaha. For them, they cannot establish the reasoning for either standpoints. Whether everything is one and the same, whether there is a superior inferior division, for both of the facts or both of the thoughts, there is no reasoning in their hands. Sambhavaha sat bhava pratipatakaha hetuhu vidyate. They don't have a proper reasoning in their hand. For that, hetuhu na vidyate. There is no reasoning, there is no proper logic in their hands. Nasti hi yasmat tasmat avidya kritaha eva. Because they don't have the proper ideas for establishing their facts or thoughts, we have in different Upanishads, we have the proper thoughts, the proper facts to establish the Advaita philosophy, non-dual self. Nasti hi, because they don't have the proper logic in their hands, yasmat, tasmad avidya kritaha eva. Therefore, all these divisions are due to the avidya, ignorance, misunderstanding, avidya kritaha eva, na paramarthadaha sandhi ityartaha. They don't exist in real. Even when you perceive a beautiful horse or an ugly horse, na paramarthadaha, in real, there is no beautiful or ugly. There is only one superior Brahman, which is also myself, which is also in the form of horse, which is also form of in the ugly horse. This is the reality. This is the supreme Brahman. This is the non-duality. Na paramarthadaha sandhi ityartha. After saying this entire vision, Gaudapada Acharya justifies his words taking the ideas of Taittiriya Upanishad in the next verse. Like Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad, there is another Upanishad called Taittiriya Upanishad, belongs to Krishna Yajurveda. In that Upanishad, we will study all this Upanishad, okay, in the traditional way. For the time being, we will go along with the flow. What it says, Rasadayohi, we will read the verse. Rasadayohi koshaha vyakhyatāstaitariyake teshāmatmā paro jivaha kamyata samprakāshitaha. Rasadayohi koshaha vyakhyatāstaitariyake teshāmatmā paro jivaha kamyata samprakāshitaha. Taitariyake. In the Taittiriya Upanishad, Vyakyataha, already explained in a very elaborated way. What is been explained? There are 5 sheets or covers for the individual soul, which is equated to Supreme Brahman. Whatever superimposed ideas which are perceiving in this empirical world, they are converted into sheets, covers. One will encase other. That will encase other. Like, first there will be one thing. On the outside, there is another one cover. After that, it will be encased by another cover. Again encased by another cover. Again encased. So 5 covers and one single object inside. When the Amazon parcel comes, when you order it online, suppose you order pickle. If the company of the pickle wants to send you to Rishikesh, and it is a South Indian pickle, it is coming from Tamil Nadu, Chennai. First, the pickle will be inside the pot, glass pot. Traditional pickle should be in the glass pot, not in the plastic. After this glass pot, they will keep another plastic pot with air puffed. After that, they will wrap with a bubbled paper. After that, they will cover with a brown wrapper and in a box. Almost 5 covers in one single pickle. So that it will come to you safely without any damage. You are buying a thing, spending some money. There will be some honesty from the part of the person who is delivering this or giving to you. So, they cover with the 5 covers in different ways. Similarly, in the Taittiriya Upanishad, when you study, we will study that, okay, in the right time. In the Taittiriya Upanishad, Tasmadva etasmad atmana akasha sambhutaha goes like this. From this Atman, the first superimposed idea is the space. Again, the space is being superimposed as Vayu, air. Again, this air is superimposed in the form of fire. One is being misunderstood than in another form. Like that, the creation is entire superimposed version. Here, 5 sheets are there in the individual soul. Like there is a 5 creation of elements. Akasham, space. Vayu, the vital air. Agni, the fire. Jalam, the water. Prithvi, the earth. 5 elements, one by one. From one, the other came out. Superimposed ideas. For the sake of studying only. Every Upanishad will have a methodology to teach us. The method will be different. In the Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad, in order to attain the reality, in order to gain the accomplished fact which is Brahman, we analyze, we inquire the three states which are occurring consequent, one after another. Waking state, deep state, dream state, which is very personal for everybody. So it is very easy to teach. Now, the Taittiriya Upanishad teaches in another method. Taking the physical body and dividing the physical body into 5 sheets. Because anybody in the world see only the physical body. Inside the physical body, there is another body, Pranamaya Kosha. A body pertaining mostly by prana, vital force. So physical body is external sheet and it is encased in another body. Inside that physical body, pranamaya kosham is there. Without the vital force, there is no existence of physical body. So more importance goes to pranamaya kosha. Then this pranamaya kosha is encased in another thing inside. Manomaya kosha. Even the vital force and air can be controlled by the manaha, mind. So mind will become more superior for other 2 sheets. Manomaya kosha, a sheet which has the common factor is mind. Manomaya kosha. The entire physical body is called Annamaya kosha, made out of food, eating 3 times daily, 5 times daily, continuously. I prefer not to eat continuously. Thrice a day or twice a day is enough. If your body consciousness, twice a day is enough. And having an 18 hours intermediate fasting will take care of all your diseases. Thrice a day is an excess eating. Continuously eating all these chips, etc., is another issue. It's all up to you. I just make you clear. The entire body, if you look at the body, we can see that what he is eating in his life, That body will announce you how he lives in the world. The talks, the communication, everything will announce the way what he eat and how he eat. Annamaya kosham, body made out of food. Pranamaya kosham, made out of vital force. Manomaya kosham, made out of mind, etc. Vijnanamaya kosham, a sheet which is made by our intellect. And Anandamaya kosham. All these things are there for me in order to make me happy. So the first priority goes to Anandamaya kosham. For happiness only I live in this world. If I don't have happiness, I just give up the world and go away. Anandam is important. That is why, which is very much inside. On Ananda, the intellect is there, a sheet of intellect. And another sheet is there, called Manomaya Kosham. These are all covers, 5 covers on one single object, which is called Atma, the individual soul, which is also the superior Brahman. So, Rasadayaha hi ye koshaha. All these koshas are being explained properly in the Taittiriya Upanishad. Whatever superimpositions I see in the world are being converted into 5 sheets regarding my body. Tesham Atma Para Paro Jivaha. Among them, the object which is inside all these 5 sheets, the Paro Jivaha, this is the Supreme Brahman. Yada Samprakashitaha, which is being told properly, which is being explained properly by the Taittiriya Upanishad, just like the space covering everything. This is the meaning of the verse. We will look into the verse once more and go to the Bhashya in the next class. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayandam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha Gobrahmanebhya Shupamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshadu Parjanyaha Prithvi Sasya Shalini Deshoyam Kshoparahitaha Brahmana Santu Nirbhayaha Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om